Welcome back to the Surah by Surah series. This is part 42. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Surah Ashura, the constellation. It's a Meccan revelation. So, have you ever been in a group chat where everyone thinks that they're an admin? That's when you realize constellation. Shura. It's not about who talks the loudest, but who listens the best. Surah Ashura teaches us that even in divine matters, Islam values discussion, unity, and wisdom. Because if the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself was commanded to consult with his companions, what excuse do we have for acting like know-it-alls? In family, WhatsApp groups. So, overall of the surah is revealed in Mecca. Surah Ashura continues the deep spiritual rhythm of the Ha-Mim series, surahs 40 through 46. It came during a period when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced ridicule and pressure. Yet Allah reminded him the message of the oneness of Allah, and mercy is not new. Every prophet brought it, and every generation opposed it the same way. So this surah emphasizes three things: the unity of revelation across prophets, the mercy and power of Allah, and the principle of consolation in community and leadership. So in the breakdown is in verses 1 through 10. It talks about the divine revelation is one. The surah opens with Ha Mim Ain Sin Qaf. Thus have Allah, the exalted in might, the wise, revealed to you and to those before you. So this verse crushes the idea that Islam is a new religion. It's actually the final chapter of a single message that began with Adam. The same God who spoke to Moses and Jesus now addresses humanity through Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So modern reflection, people say all religions teach good, but Surah Ashura clarifies the core message was always the same: worship one God without partners. The distortion came later, not the divine origin. So in verses 11 through 12, it talks about the Allah's mercy and power. There's nothing like unto him. He is the all-hearing, the all-seeing. This verse is one of the most beautiful and concise explanations of Tawhid. It affirms Allah's uniqueness beyond imagination or comparison. No image, no idol, no human form can define him. He controls the balance of wealth, life, and destiny. So next time your paycheck looks smaller than your effort, remember, Allah distributes risk with perfect wisdom. So, in verses 13 through 15, talks about the unity of the prophets. He has ordained for you of religion what he has enjoined upon Noah, and that which we have revealed to you, and what we enjoined upon Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, to establish the religion and not be divided therein. Here Allah draws a line connecting every prophet from Noah to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, under one banner: submission to Allah alone. So as the modern parallel, it's like a relay race. Every prophet passed the baton of Tawhid. The final runner, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't start a new race, he finished it. So in verses 36 through 43, talks about the reward of patience and forgiveness. This part reminds believers that worldly gains are temporary. Whatever you are given is but the enjoyment of this worldly life, but what is with Allah is better and more lasting for those who believe and rely upon their Lord. Then Allah describes the qualities of true believers, and here's the star verse of the surah. And those who have responded to their Lord establish prayer, whose affairs are by consolation among themselves, and who spend from what we have provided them, this is verse 38. And the reflection of this is that the foundation of the Islamic community is consolation, which is shura, not dictatorship. Whether it's running a masjid, managing a dawah project, or planning family matters, consolation keeps hearts united and egos in check. And the recompense of an evil is an evil like it. But whoever forgives and makes reconciliation, his reward is with Allah. So this is the Quran's version of take the high road. But here, the high road leads to Jannah. So in verses 44 through 53, it talks about the end of arrogance. Those who reject the truth will one day wish to return, but it will be too late. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is reassured that his role is only to deliver the message, and guidance is from Allah alone. The surah ends with the majestic reminder, and thus we have revealed to you a spirit from our command. You did not know what is the book or faith, but we made it a light by which we guide whom we will of our servants. So the Quran is described as a spirit. It revives the dead hearts. The way of oxygen revives a drowning soul. So the lessons for our times is unity, not uniformity. Islam calls for shared principles, not identical opinions. Disagreements is natural, but division is not. Consolation is strength, not weakness. In family, community, and dawah work, involve others. It builds barakah and humility. Forgive, don't retaliate. In our revenge-driven world, forgiveness is the new strength. The Quran is alive. It's not a historical text. It's the spiritual oxygen of every age. So leadership through Shura, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, consulted his companions even when revelation guided him. A timeless model for Islamic leadership. So to my Christians and Jews watching this surah beautifully ties their prophets and ours together, showing that revelation was always one chain from the same source. It invites them to return to the original monotheism taught by all the prophets, including Jesus and Moses, peace be upon them. And to my atheists, to the atheists watching this, the verse, there is nothing like unto him, answers the common objection. If God exists, what does he look like? The creator is beyond the creation. The unity and precision of the cosmos reflect constellation, design, and harmony, not random chaos. And dawah to my Muslims, to my brothers and my sisters, dawah teams, masjid boards, and even families must practice shura. Decisions made with ego breed disunity. Decisions made with consolation invite Allah's mercy. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the one who consults will never be disappointed. This is in the hadith of Musnad Ahmad. So Allah's uniqueness, incomparable and unmatched and uncreated. The message of all prophets is one, worship Allah alone. Consolation brings strength, arrogance brings downfall. Forgiveness elevates the soul, revenge drains it. The Quran is a living spirit, a guide, not just a book. And in my closing reflection, Surah Ashura reminds us that strength lies not in shouting, but in shura. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, could have ruled unilaterally, yet he consulted Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman and Ali, may Allah be pleased with them all, and true leadership listens before commanding. So in our age of social media experts and opinion overload, this surah whispers wisdom. Consult before you act. Unite before you argue. Forgive before you regret. So because of a community that consults together and rises together, and the ummah that learns Shura will always find Nusra, which is Allah's divine help.